Hello YouTube, how is everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I got a really ridiculous crazy current events video for you guys. This is another Rockstar controversy. My god, you know, Rockstar just can't catch a break with the amount of controversies that they have. But man, this one is just, ugh. And this just highlights the large, you know, one of the largest problems that I talked about. Because when I talked about like the fall of Red Dead Online, about how Rockstar screwed Red Dead Online over, basically, you know, most people that I've seen in the comments, they blamed greed for the fall of Red Dead Online. That, you know, Rockstar was just making more money through GTA Online, and so Red Dead Online got pushed to the side because of greed. What I'll tell you guys about that is that, for me, greed is actually the second reason that Red Dead Online got screwed over. It was obviously the money that GTA Online was bringing in versus Red Dead Online, but that wasn't the primary reason. What was the primary reason that Red Dead Online got screwed over? It was because of laziness. That's what it was, laziness. If you just look at the updates over time in Red Dead Online, they were just getting more and more crappy. They had less effort into them. You had an update like the Frontiers Pursuits update, and that update was just really well done. Moonshiner was pretty well done, but then afterwards, Naturalist was just weird, and then after that, you had nothing but lazy updates. Reskin of the Bounty Hunter role, and then Blood Money, which is, ugh, just bag missions. And this goes back to this point right here, which is that Rockstar has released games on Steam, you know, Manhunt, and it looks like Max Payne 2, and possibly Midnight Club 2 in here, that have pirated files in this. So basically, Rockstar released these games and had uploaded them with pirated files. They were too lazy to use their own files for this, so they took files from a pirated copy. I'm not a complete expert on this. I'm going to try my best to try my best to understand this as much as possible. If I get anything wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments. And I will have, you know, links to my sources down below and the article also. But it says, old Rockstar games might be broken because of anti-piracy measures. Old Rockstar games seemingly contained cracked files triggering anti-piracy measures. So they literally have pirated files of these games inside the games they're releasing on Steam. So what's weird about this is that you buy a game on Steam, which is supposed to be a legitimate game. You pay for it. It's from the developer. It's from Rockstar. But the developer themselves have pirated files in it, which means that when you play the game, you might have issues where certain doors might not open. Your game might run more like crap. And whenever there are pirated versions of games, there are specific things in those, a lot of developers do it in games to make sure that pirates, that they can't play further. I remember that in GTA 4 had a feature where if it was a pirated copy of GTA 4, Nico would constantly be drunk all the time. He would be drunk in cutscenes, he would be drunk when he's driving around, which would basically make the game impossible because the screen was just constantly shaking. If you ever felt that old Rockstar games performed poorly on PC, you're not alone. Many fans have long complained of performance issues, but had largely been put down due to their age and the fact that they're having to run on operating systems that didn't exist when they were released. That, however, might not be the reason at all. Fans online have found evidence, what appears to be cracked game files in the original, in official releases of Max Payne 2, Midnight Club 2, and Manhunt. I really hope that my Max Payne 2 version is not messed up, because I downloaded the PC version of Max Payne 2 on Steam like a month ago. I haven't tried playing it yet, so I really hope it's not that bad version here. But somebody let me know in the comments down below if there's any way if I can tell if my Steam version of Max Payne 2 is, you know, has those bad files in them. Let me know in the comments if there's a way for me to figure that out. But I'm going to be doing a Max Payne 2 playthrough later this month, and I really, really hope that I don't have issues because of this. But anyways, according to data miners, this means that the game contains files from a pirated version of the game, cracked by third parties trying to get around anti-piracy measures. However, because these files exist in the game, this might be triggering Rockstar's own anti-piracy features, even though it's a legitimately purchased copy of the game. So I really hope that doesn't happen to me, that I'm playing the Steam version of Max Payne 2, and I get to a certain level and I can't open a door or something like that. Let's see here. Why is Rockstar so committed to doing the bare minimum for its old games? Exactly. Look at what happened with Red Dead Redemption. They released that for $50. I love the old Red Dead Redemption, don't get me wrong, but, you know, $50 for just re-releasing the same game, you know, what, 13 years later? I mean, come on, seriously? According to Twitter user, game developer, and modder Silent, this all stems from files found in the code. In the example below, they show a file found in Midnight Club 2 reading Razor 1911. The name of a software cracking group. Presumably this means that the Steam port isn't based on a legitimate release of the game, but rather a pirated version available online. This may be due to Rockstar losing the unnecessary files to release it officially. So, for people that don't know, I didn't know what this Razor 1911 thing is, and apparently this is a piracy group that is actually decades old. It's actually one of the oldest piracy groups out there. And here is a picture of Silent's tweet here, and you guys see that Razor 1911 is in there. He says, "Now I can't help but wonder, could Midnight Club 2 be affected too? AFAIK, it has no known breakages. Oh, as far as I know, that's what that means. It has no known breakages like this, and the saving softlock is a legitimate game bug." So I'll link also Silent's tweets down below if you guys want to check them out. The same issue is apparently present in Manhunt as documented towards the end of a video from YouTuber Vadim M. So I will link Vadim M's video down below, but he talks about the problem with Manhunt. Here it becomes clear that there are a lot of similarities between the Steam release of Manhunt and a pirated version from Razor 1911 released in 2004. Issues are nearly identical, including the fact that they didn't work on Vista, which was released after the cracked version. This wasn't an issue with the physical release, leading many to believe that Rockstar based this on the illegal copy instead. So, apparently, they were so lazy that they didn't actually want to retrieve their old files and use their old files. They just basically looked it up on the internet, got the pirated versions files, and put it in the game. So, from what I'm seeing, the entire game is not pirated itself, but the versions, like, of Manhunt have pirated files inside them. This isn't the worst of it, though. As Steam DRM kicks in, it will consider it to be an illegitimate version of the game. This has caused issues like doors not opening and significant performance issues, making the game impossible to play for many. This has previously been blamed on the age of the game, but the video makes it the case that it's because it's based on the cracked version. Yeah. As also explained in the video, a signature from the crack group Myth was found in the Max Payne 2 executable. Oh no. We've known about this for some time. It made headlines and resulted in Rockstar updating the game to remove it. Our news editor, James Troughton, was able to verify that it's actually still in the game, just renamed and unused. Wonderful. This is all very odd to say the least, but a possible explanation is lost source code, meaning Rockstar had to rely on piracy to re-release these titles. This would put the company in an uncomfortable position, since no gaming studio is keen on piracy. For fans, it also means they were paying for a version of the game available for free, and with the anti-piracy measures intentionally causing bugs that make the game impossible to complete. Rockstar has yet to respond to the recent revival of interest in this matter, nor has it updated all the affected games. They might release patches, like silent patches, where they're going to fix this stuff, but Rockstar is not going to comment on this. Rockstar is not going to do an interview on this. They're going to just basically sweep this under the rug. And this is exactly what I was talking about, guys, that these Rockstar, one of the biggest downfalls of Rockstar is the laziness. That is what this is. A lot of people talk about greed, and don't get me wrong, it's when you have laziness and greed combined, that is an absolute recipe for disaster, because you want to make the most amount of money possible doing the least amount of work. This requires effort here. Sure, people don't want to do work, but this requires effort, especially when you're making a game and you're selling a product to somebody, people are paying you money for it. I expect to have the genuine Rockstar game when I purchase a game like Manhunt. I don't expect it to have pirated files in there. And if it has pirated files, what else could that possibly have in there? I'm sure that at least they check the files, but a lot of these pirated games, pirating is illegal in the first place, but also a lot of these pirated games, they oftentimes have viruses in them too. And so, thankfully, at least from what I've seen, these files don't have viruses in them, but it's still ridiculous that you're paying for a product from Rockstar Games, one of their old classic games, and they can't even be bothered to release the actual original product. Instead, they just copy files from some pirated website and put it in there. Seriously? And how can anyone defend stuff like this? I see these comments on my YouTube channel. I see these comments of people saying, oh, you just hate on Rockstar Professional. Why are you giving Rockstar such a hard time and all this? And I have other people that accuse me of even being a fanboy of Rockstar, which I don't even know how I'm a fanboy of Rockstar. But when Rockstar does something good, I praise them. When they do something bad, then I will criticize them. So that's how I've always done that. And even when I uploaded that video on that glitch with the acid lab the other day, I put in the title fixed just recently because I heard that it just got fixed. So when Rockstar does something good, when they fix something, I will admit to it too. and I will do a video if they do something good. But in this case, this is just plain stupid. I mean, how can you release a game on Steam and have it, have pirated stuff in it? So, I just really hope that my Max Payne 2 version, it's the Steam version. I purchased the Steam version, about a month ago. I really, really hope, I haven't played it yet, I just really, really hope that when I'm doing the playthrough, I don't have any kind of issues, because that's going to really, really suck if I'm like halfway through the game and I encounter some door that I can't open because Rockstar couldn't have been bothered to upload the original version of Max Payne 2 on Steam. But if there's any way for me to tell if I have a bad version of Max Payne 2 on Steam, just please let me know in the comments down below, guys. I'm not a total expert on this, but this is just my understanding of the whole situation. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about this down below. And also to note, Rockstar, this is not a small company. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. This is something that I'd expect an indie studio to do, not, a AAA studio like Rockstar. But thank you guys for watching. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.